A lot of people are obsessed with these things, aren't they? You know, if I don't start my Apple Watch, then the workout doesn't count. But there isn't one watch that can accurately determine the amount of calories that you have burned. Well, they've both burned the exact same amount of calories, but the watches have said otherwise. All right guys, welcome back to another episode of Quickfire Fitness, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about fitness trackers and fitness watches. Are they accurate? Should you be using them, or are they a complete waste of time? Now, if you don't know me already, my name is Will. I have been an online coach and personal trainer for just under 5 years now. I help guys in the city centre live in the city lifestyle, drop body fat, build muscle and make it work around their life. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about them fitness trackers. So to start off with, a lot of people are obsessed with these things, aren't they? You know, I've had people tell me, or some of my clients are like, if I don't start my Apple Watch, then the workout doesn't count. So people love these things, okay? A lot of people use them for running, a lot of people use them in the gym for the workouts, a lot of people use them to track the amount of calories that they've burned and the stats of their workouts, okay? And I think to some part of this is a really good thing, you know? You've got the stats, you've got some stats there, it keeps you accountable, you have targets that you can go in and beat every time, especially with some metrics that are in there too. And I think for the most part, they are actually a good thing, but there are some issues, and the issues lie with the amount of calories that it tells you it burns, okay? Now, you probably don't want to hear this, but the amount of calories that your watch tells you it burns they could be way off. They could be up to 70% inaccurate. Obviously, it depends on the type of watch that you're using, but there isn't one watch that can accurately determine the amount of calories that you have burned, right? And one of the main reasons for this is because of how it tracks and because of how it tracks your calories, how it does it. And it does it, a lot of the watches do it through heart rate and by tracking your heart rate. But you cannot track the amount of calories you burn through your heart rate. And a really good example for this is, imagine you have two different people, right? They weigh exactly the same, they're the same height, they have the same amount of muscle, but one runs marathons and one has never exercised in their life, right? This hypothetical scenario, of course, too. Now, you take these two people and they both run a mile, right? Now, one person, the really unfit person, is going to say on their heart rate watch, on their tracker, that their heart rate is going to be through the roof. It's going to be sky high. They're puffing and panting and breathing because they've never ran before in their lives, right? Whereas the marathon runner's heart rate, that's going to be super, super low, because running a mile for a marathon runner is pretty easy, okay? But who has burned more calories? Well, they've both burned the exact same amount of calories, but the watches have said otherwise. One watch has probably said that the person who doesn't run marathons has burnt 1,000 calories, whereas the other guy who runs marathons might have only burnt 200, because the heart rate is lower, because it's judging the heart rate and it's not judging it off the actual amount of calories burned, all right? Now, the one thing that does determine how many calories are burned is weight moved over distance. Okay, so the time that it takes to move X amount of weight over X amount of distance. So if you weigh 100 kilograms and you move that 100 kilograms of weight over a mile, that is the way that calories are measured, if that makes sense, right? The actual unit it's actually a unit of energy, so they burn things. They burn this and that to find out the calories, all right? But in a way, it's the weight moved over what distance. That is going to determine your calories. And your Apple Watches and your fitness trackers, they can't determine this, unfortunately. So whatever your Apple Watch spits out or your Garmin spits out to tell you how many calories it's burned is most likely inaccurate. So when you use this information, when you take this information, just think, okay, take it with a pinch of salt. It is not accurate, and by no means does it mean that you can go and eat that amount of calories back, especially if you're on a diet and trying to lose body fat. That is what you need to know about fitness trackers. I think they are a good tool for people. They get people into fitness more, they get into it, they have targets and attributes that they can beat over time. But when it comes to the element of tracking the calories that are burned, it can be way off, it can be way inaccurate, and it's not something that you should take seriously. You should take it with a pinch of salt the number of calories burned that it gives you. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hope it has all made sense to you. If you like more of this content and you've not subscribed already, subscribe to the channel. I post frequent content. And if you would like some more help, or you would like to work with me one-to-one to help you reach your own fitness goals, drop body fat, build muscle, get into your best shape that you've ever been in, then the link to my Instagram is in my bio. Just drop me a DM on Instagram. I'm more than happy to have a chat about how I can help. See you guys in the next one.